vacation.
Yep.
Flying off to sunny Fort Lauderdale.
Yep.
And then we are catching a cruise ship down in Miami.
Virgin Voyages, here we come.
Here we come, number 2.
Bringing you along for the ride.
Take care.
Lauderdale.
We're back in Florida.
Back in his old stomping ground. Adventures and shenanigans are about to ensue. Hey everyone, we are in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida, back home.
It is about 9:20 a.m. We're going on Virgin Voyages, the Valiant Lady, and we cannot board the ship till 1:45. But there is a tip. If you get here early, as we have, because it is 9:20 in the morning, you can drop your bags off at 9 a.m. So we're actually going to head to the port. We're getting an Uber, and we're going to drop off our bags. One other thing is that we flew to Fort Lauderdale, even though the ship departs out of Miami. So, pro
Tell
tip.
them about the price.
That's exactly right. When I was looking for airfare and I went into Miami, it was quite high. And flying to Fort Lauderdale ended up saving us $300 on our 2 plane tickets. So the cost difference of an Uber is probably $15 or $20. So we're actually waiting on our Uber to take us to the port. So if you are flying or cruising in and out of Miami, you may want to look at Fort Lauderdale's airport as well. Just a tip.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
For our Virgin cruise here this weekend. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Follow us on our voyage this week.
Yep, we're on the Valiant Lady sailing out of Miami. We're going to be going to Grand Turk and to Bimini, hopefully weather permitting. And we actually just did an early check-in, but we can't come back for another couple of hours. So hopefully we're going to do a little quick exploration of maybe Bayside if we can find the shuttle that takes us there. So ahoy, mateys!
All right, Quench Crew. See you later.
That's what we're gonna be drinking. Tropical toast for this cruise. Salud. Muy bien.
Heading onto the ship, about to
Going
embark.
cruising. Get ready to head on the ship.
All right, we've checked in.
Yes.
We had to stand. They told us to come back like around 12,
12:30.
15, whatever.
Yep.
We're part of priority boarding, which means we can board between 1:45 and 4 o'clock, and it is now 1:12. We stood outside. They have a queue line, and we stood out there for probably, 30 minutes? And they just let us in at 1 o'clock, and now they ushered us into this lounge area to sit.
It's nice. It's air conditioned.
That's the main thing.
Standing outside in line, very hot, humid. It's June in South Florida, in Miami, so you know.
Yeah. So we're here. Thought before we get on the ship, this is our second Virgin voyage.
Shout out to Val.
Yeah, our travel agent and friend. We went on our first Virgin cruise in October of 2023, and that was Greece.
Greece and Turkey.
Greece and Turkey, a 7-day cruise, and had a wonderful time. And the only reason that we're on this one is that we got so caught up almost 2 years ago that we put down a deposit for our next voyage at $300. And they were doing such a special that you pay $300, you just have to take one of their cruises within 2 years,
Yep.
and you would get that $300 would go toward the cruise, you'd get $300 off the cruise, and then you'd get an onboard credit of $300 per person, and I think a $100 bar tab. So we're going into this cruise with $600 of sailor loot, so I think we might do spa treatments. $100 a bar tab. They matched one of my other status with Disney Cruise Line, but I don't know if I got in because into their program, which is Deep Blue Extra. I'm not sure if I got in because of the Disney match or if I got in because we were part on the inaugural sailing, and so they gave that to everybody. So with those perks, we get premium Wi-Fi. I think we get 2 complimentary coffees per day. Laundry service, 1 bag of laundry.
Upgraded Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the premium Wi-Fi, and I think there's something else.
A better room.
Another $100 bar tab.
Did better room come up?
No. So this cruise, we just booked it 3 weeks ago. 23 days before sailing, we booked it. And because it was all gonna expire October of this year. And whether you all know or not, in December, I moved my mom to live with us. And we've been trying to figure out when could we get away. And when we went to my nephew's graduation, her grandson, we actually left her in Houston. So she is in Houston for a month, which means that we can get away and play.
And October, we have to go to Panama.
Okay.
So we couldn't do it October, that ruled that out. So this is the best time to go.
So this is the best time. So we booked this cruise 3 weeks ago, and we flew to Miami this morning, and we're here for our second Virgin voyage on the Valiant Lady. And the original itinerary was going to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and to Bimini, Bahamas. We got an email Tuesday that because of engine maintenance, which I'm not sure why, we're not going to Puerto Plata, but we're going to Grand Turk. So it's a 5-day cruise. Day 1 is today, day 2 is at sea, day 3 is Grand Turk, day 4 at sea, and day 5 is at Bimini. So that's it.
See ya.
Welcome to Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady, and we are in room 8330Z, and it is actually an extra large sea terrace, so with a balcony. So coming in, look, and here's a full-length mirror. They actually have these hooks, so that's good. I don't remember the last time we sailed if they had hooks on it. Since we're coming straight in and we're at the bathroom, this is one of the great features about this extra large is that you have a vanity that goes the length of the bathroom. So the sink is extra wide, there's shelving below, garbage can, the mirrors. So Jice will get a side, I'll get a side. So this is really a great bathroom. We really love that. Look, both of us are in here at the same time. There's no door, so if you're brushing your teeth or in the sink, you know, you're kind of exposed. And then there's 2 doors on both sides. This is the shower, which that's nice, that it's pretty deep and a good width. So, and it has the wand and the, what's that, rain head.
Rain shower.
Rain shower. Jice is filming, so he's helped. And then this is the water closet that has the toilet, but you've got plenty of leg room, which that's the great thing about it, is that your knees aren't knocking up against the door. So the bathroom is great, even behind, a place to hang towels, and with the hooks and on the bar. So coming into the room, we have the bed, and it's very modular, but see, it's got kind of like this nightstand that kind of moves. There's lights here. You've got a plug, USB. I think there are some on both sides. There are some on the other side as well. So good size bed. I think it's 2. You can actually split it so that I think you can have the room steward come and separate it so that it's more like a sofa. And that is what this is right here. As far as this space, I think it's someplace that you can sit, but it also is a drawer if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't want. Or it was a drawer in the other ship, so we may have to have someone come look at it. Nice chair on this side. This is the desk area, so a good place to desk. Have another place for ottoman, good size mirror, phone. There is a refrigerator in the room, which is nice to keep things cold. Some more storage here. They refill the water, so we get 2 carafes, so that is nice. And everything, this is the iPad or some type of tablet, and it connects everything in the room. I think it does the lighting, it does the TV. We are going to have to watch our safety drill, but this controls that, and the TV is mounted on the wall right across from the bed. And now for the balcony room. Maybe they just open. And we have the wonderful balcony with the signature Virgin Voyages hammock. This controls so many things in the room. It controls your TV. You'll see on here, it also controls the lights. The lights are going off. The lights are coming on. So room controls, you'll see that the lighting, ambient, ceiling, the room temperature, the entertainment. There's lots of movies. There's only a few live shows, BBC channels, MSNBC, Fox, ESPN 1 and 2. Services, this is nice. You can use this if you need towels, laundry, your cabin cleaned, water, ice, laundry pickup. So this really does. And then there's actually just another information tab. You use this when you get on board for the muster drill, and there's a video that you can watch, and it's just pretty convenient. But this little tablet, it stays on the desk. There's a place to be plugged in, but it's nice to be able to control the room, to control the lights. There's also a neat little feature, if I can find it, about the moods. So they have different moods that set up the lighting. So this is get it on, turns the room kind of in a purple way, and puts music on the TV. This is the photo shoot. It actually opened up. It's nighttime, so the room's probably still. There's a Zen setting. This is not working out right. Closes the blinds. The lights now are kind of more of a blue hue. We've got pumped up, hangover, and back to get it on. So you can even communicate and set the mood of the lighting. So neat little feature on all Virgin Voyage rooms. Ta-ta! Day one continues. We are on the ship. We have had lunch.
Ice cream.
Getting dessert. Ice cream. He's got his in a cone. I've got my upside down cone, a scoop of vanilla, but I want the cone, but I want it in a cup.
Very good.
So that's what we're doing. And we're sitting out on deck 7.
7.
Our room is on deck 8. And I think the sail away party is what time?
Like
what time is it
7?
now? No, 4:30.
It's for
4:23. So we may venture up there to see the shenanigans at the sail away party.
until next time.
Day one, Valiant Lady,
In the books.
just about in the books, not quite. It's a little bit after 10 p.m. We just finished dinner at Razzle Dazzle. It was Razzle Dazzle, I think they said it was like, what, Neo-American?
Yes.
Is kind of how they explained it. And the food was good.
It's good.
I started with fried green tomatoes and fried okra, and it had this sauce, and the sauce didn't have much taste to it, but
I had that avocado green goddess salad. It was okay.
yeah, the salad was good. You had the dressing on the side because you're not a big green goddess kind of dressing person.
Right.
And then for the main, I had the ribeye, which was really good, and I got a side order of hot honey cauliflower. I tasted it, and it's spicy, so it was a little bit more spicy. Jice doesn't really like cauliflower, so he didn't taste it, and very spicy things. So I just had like 1 or 2 pieces of it. Had a good taste, was fried very well, but if you don't like things that are really hot, it was kind of spicy. What'd you have for dinner?
Did you have the steak too?
I had some ribeye.
Okay, okay. I had the fried chicken and the biscuits, but it was kind of an Asian flair. It had a chili, kind of a sweet chili sauce that was actually pretty good as well. So I enjoyed it. Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, the chicken, fried chicken. Yeah.
Biscuit
So-
was flaky, tender on the inside, so it had a good taste. I'm full.
Right. Yeah, we didn't. We passed on dinner because we were, full, and
Passed on dessert.
passed on dessert.
Yes.
Oops, sorry, passed on dessert because we were full. And actually, we're sitting here at the Galley restaurant, and I went and got me a cup of hot tea to wrap up the evening. So we might be calling it a night. We only got about 2 hours of sleep last night. We were up late packing, and then had to get up early to take a flight. So we kind of, after we got checked into the room, we kind of took a little bit of nap, we showered, we did dinner, but both of us are pretty tired. There is a show going on, adult entertainment,
misbehaved show,
Mhm.
which we saw on a prior cruise.
Right.
So we didn't feel pressed to go and see it tonight. And then there's live music playing, but I think they start at 11. I'm not sure if we're going to be hanging on to that. And then there's a pajama party that I think most Virgin Cruises have on the first night. And if we're still out and about, we may take a run through, but obviously we're not dressed in our pajamas, so
Right.
we're not staying. So this might be the end of the video for day one. What do you think?
I think there's a strong probability this will be the end of day one, considering I got 3 hours of sleep and am on fumes right now. So,
So we may be calling it a night for True, but just wanted to give an update on our day one and our dinner at Razzle Dazzle. So, till next time.
take care.
Bye.